I got homies that can sleep with the...
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Cleveland Browns. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Sutton on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Here's Jones. On 1st down, he'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
54, right there, 54 Mike. Blue down.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Brought down by Todd Davis.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jones escaping the pressure into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
He's taken down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Washington first down.
Mayfield on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a game.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Gain of 21 yards. First down, Washington.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
Dobbins.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Xavier Howard on the.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Kenny Golladay, his first touchdown of the new season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
To return, it's Cam Sutton. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Throwing Jones. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
1st and 10.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ezekiel Elliott, 45 yards. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting. This was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The 20, 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to number 8.
George Kittle, 74 yards. And Washington has retaken the lead. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Washington will
and now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Mayfield looks to throw, and no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
They can't hang with us. He's checking.
Jones, off play action. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Davante Adams, 35 yards. And the Browns have retaken the lead. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the #1 thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
46-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yard pickup. And the Washington 1st down.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the Browns' 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield, screen play, Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together in one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Here's Dobbins. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That is caught at the 7. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to
more muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They toss it out right to Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Mayfield. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Hopkins' kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the 2nd. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And getting this just shy of Midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Recovered by Washington.
Obviously, you got to hold on. To the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now left side on the swing pass. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
16 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one.
But it's going to be second down. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. Johnson jostles free. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
15 yards on the play. First down.
15.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack. Mayfield. And this is caught at the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Set to kick off.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Takes over first.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
A gain of a yard.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
DeMarcus Robinson.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Third down.
To throw, Mayfield. He gets it left side to Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll set them back 5. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 28-yard attempt.
And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's our time. It's our time.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Number 21.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here's Jones. Off the play fake. He's got Adams on the hookup.
That's good.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Play action. Jones. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Davante Adams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Take over first.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second and 8 coming from the 19.
Here's Elliott. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jones. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
21, Washington 18.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Elliott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
makes the score Browns 28, Washington 18.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20.
You'll get nothing and like
Touchdown, Washington. Demarcus Robinson, 83 yards.
And Washington able to make this a close game again.
Dustin Hopkins.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 59 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead.
On for the point after.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Complete to David
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
It's 2nd and
so the false start will back them up 5. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Mayfield down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
At the 22-yard line.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 13-yard line.
5 brings up 3rd and 1.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Mayfield.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. It's a slant.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They go to Elliott again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Today's final score, Browns.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. Sorry, like you know. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. Yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize. Now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my fate, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. Sorry, like you know. Okay,
Now football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to file.
He's got him in. Complete. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. First and goal from the 3. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
That's the score. Raiders 7, Broncos nothing. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of
25 yards that time.
And the Broncos.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now this defense very accustomed to trying to stop Melvin Gordon. It's the same division, the AFC West, but a different uniform for Gordon, spending 5 years with the Chargers before joining these Broncos in the offseason. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
44-yard line.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Lock going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Lock going to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Lock now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He was brought down by Eric Harris. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
A loss of 5 yards. Brings up 4th down.
And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
second down at 5. Counter play with Jacobs. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
The ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. As he throws there, incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Here's Locke to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Pass incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there, and it's 3rd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 39 yards there, a big one.
1st and goal at the 7.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal at the Broncos' 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but now it's 3rd and goal. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The kick by Carlson is good. And push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the 29, Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw it is Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st down, Denver.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
On the carry. Corey Littleton on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock there. Expect him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
10. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing his car on 3rd down. His man, that's Tyrell Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's caught inside the 25. They'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10.
Raiders 17, Broncos 10. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do? Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Maurice Hurst, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got room to run past the 20. Got Gordon open, completes it. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
To kick off for Las Vegas.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
KJ Hamler.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Shotgun snap to Locke. And the Raiders have got it. Raekwon McMillan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. 3rd and 1, they opt to pass it, and the one thing happened that could not happen. They took a sack.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that an indictment of their offensive line? Did they think that they couldn't move them enough to pick up a first down there? Or was it analytics? Did they think about it that way? In any event, they'll be studying that in the future.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Quick throw, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
2nd and 12. They fake the handoff, now Carr. And they get it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Carr now to throw. On the screen pass, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
It's 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now whistles here, I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Jumping early from his tight end spot, maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
The false start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey bursting in to take him down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Vegas, first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Broncos.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Again, they'll throw with Carr. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Raiders 27, Broncos 10.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Maurice Hurst on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Corey Littleton on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Denver.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Or look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Jacobs, the ball.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at the
back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
At the 27-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Block now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Locke working out of the gun. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Locke. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was trying to get it to K.J. Hamler, the rookie. 3rd down here.
10 yards to go.
From the gun, Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Las Vegas, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.